in this video, I want to talk to you about another Ethereum staking opportunity, and it's on or it's with the project Mitosis. So, is it worth it? Let's talk about that. But before we get into it, just remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research because I'm just a guy on YouTube. Quickly to remind you guys, we do have the Web3 Secret Society. The price is going up tonight in about 3 hours and 14 minutes. So if you want to lock in the price at $20 a month going forward, you can. If not, May 1st, 12 a.m. Eastern or whatever, it goes up to 60 US a month. And here are sort of the benefits. So links to that are in the description below. Now, the LRT campaign for Mitosis just launched somewhat recently. On April 25th, they had their first epoch. In fact, it had sold out, or it capped out within an hour. This was, a lot of demand because they did have a significant cap on the amount of deposits that could get in there. If you go in their Discord, they're very active, and obviously, some of us have been burned by Eigenlayer, Renzo, depending on if you got affected by the depeg or if you didn't qualify because of their new thresholds. All of these things have made people a little more skeptical. But what is very interesting for me is that while Mitosis is not EtherFi, they have really linked themselves with EtherFi. So if we look over here, what they have done here is really, they've effectively, they're almost like a Pendle type solution. Right? In Pendle, you would get 2x EtherFi, you get 1x Eigenlayer, and you get the Ethereum staking rewards. But instead of the sort of Pendle yield, you now get the Mitosis vault yield, and you get sort of MITO points, and also potentially like L1 mainnet privileges. So I think definitely a cool opportunity, one that people are very competitive for, because once again, I think where we differentiate between others and how we sort of make more from airdrops is by having liquidity. Basically, it's the old adage, you need money to make money. Obviously, we're not trying to lose here. So if you're going to hold Ethereum anyways, you might as well get involved in these things, obviously understanding that there are sort of smart contract risks and stuff like that associated with everything. So if you're interested in joining, I have the link, or my link, in the description below. I want to go through quickly the Mitosis Expedition. So basically, the idea here is we are providing liquid restaking tokens. Now, they say that, but really it's EtherFi. And it's basically starting on April 25th, which was last week. It started at 3 p.m. UTC. And it's going to be on the following networks. So it's on Ethereum mainnet, Arbitrum, Optimism, Manta, and Mode. And basically, you can deposit, redeem, and all of that, and you earn MITO points. I'm going to show you other ways you can earn MITO points because I've talked about this before, but very briefly. But first thing you need to understand is there are 4 epochs, okay? Each epoch has a limit on the amount of LRT tokens that can be deposited. I said 3 epochs. The reason I said that is the 4th epoch has no cap. So the first epoch, you put 1,000 EtherFi ETH tokens, 2,800 in epoch 2, 8,000 in epoch 3, and here are the splits. But it's very important to recognize that they each come with different boosts. So basically, you get a 1.5x boost for epoch 1, 1.3 for epoch 2, 1.2 for epoch 4, and there's no boost for the final one where there's no cap. Now, there's a 1.2x chain boost by going on Arbitrum, Optimism, Manta, and Mode. So definitely something to consider, not just staying on Ethereum mainnet as if we didn't have a reason already to not use it. So that is basically that. Now, if you go into their dashboard, even if you can't deposit, because we'll talk about how you do that in a second, you can go down here and you can actually earn a ton of badges. One of the first steps I want you to do is go down here and click on Discord. So you see this button, click on Discord, join it. One of the most important things you will have to do is you will have to earn the Mitosian role. So there's a regular member role, which is Nucleus. Mitosian allows you to collect parts to get this like Morsler code and all these other things and access to other channels. That part is very important because it will help you sort of get more badges here, which the badges are relative to points. On top of that, once you join the Discord, you can go to, there's this verify roles channel, And by doing that, you connect your wallet, or you just give your wallet address, it connects it, you confirm basically. You then check eligibility because of the roles you have, and it will give you points based on roles that you have. So this stuff is very interesting, very good. Obviously, there's different dynamics here, and also the eigenlayer points. This only looks at ETHFi specifically, which is kind of, not kind of odd, just kind of disappointing. But if you click on info, for example, level 5 would require me to have a 10,000 EL points on ETHFi alone, which is why I don't get it. I do have 10,000 plus if I don't just look at ETHFi, but that's not how they're doing it. So you want to go in here, get all your badges as much as possible, and it'll get you to a certain point threshold. Currently, I have 55,700, and that puts me in the diamond tier. The diamond tier is important because basically for the testnet, I'm guaranteed participation and exclusive benefits as top 2%. And remember, I haven't deposited anything yet because once again, I joined right after, like an hour after the epoch minted out, so I was unable to do so. Now, if you're wondering, okay, great, what's next? How do I join? How do I deposit? Now I know how to do badges. Well, the team released an announcement earlier today. Kind of weird because in their Discord, they put this Morse code. You have to translate it, and basically it said that Epoch 2 would be on Friday. Well, it turns out now it's at 3 p.m. UTC on May 2nd. They haven't communicated that in the Discord. In fact, I have reached out to them to say, hey, like, do you have different sources? So what's the right one? Because like I don't think there's some clarity there. Now that we know that, they refer back to that document I showed you with all of the allocations. So for example, if you wanted to get this expedition badge, so there's a badge right here, or is it multi-chain adventure? You need to hold at least 0.5 MI LRT each on at least 4 campaign networks. So you need to hold on 4 of the 5, okay? Well, if you go back here, there's 5 chains. Ethereum and Arbitrum should, basically, you're going to get it anyways. But Optimus and Mantis is going to be a lot of competition because there's only 10 ETH available Epoch 2. That being said, I don't see a downside of not getting that badge right now, but getting that badge later, because it shouldn't matter. There's no bonus for holding on to it. You know what I'm saying? So while some people may go, oh my God, I need to get in right away. Nah, you can just wait. You can wait till Epoch 4 and then do it. Then you get the points. It makes no difference. Okay. They've also posted about their contract audits, which you can sort of read the report here. I've included that below. Now, let's say you're wondering, okay, well, how do I get my tokens onto Arbitrum? How do I get it onto, Optimus and Manta mode? Well, first thing you might think, if you follow their documents, is to go to ETHFi. Going from ETHFi, going to the place where you sort of stake, right? So you stake, basically you convert ETH to EETH. Then you go to wrap, which is what I did right before this video. You transfer, in my case, I transferred like 2 something ETH or something, or 2.05, and you get like 2.005 or whatever, right? Now that I got this, I'm supposed to be able to bridge it over with Stargate. Unfortunately, the chains we want to go to aren't available. So I want to go from Ethereum, right? And I have WEETH right here. You can see that. I want to go to Arbitrum. Wait a second, can't do it. Oh, Optimism. Wait a second, I can't do it. I can do mode, but I can't do Mantis. I can only do one. So that got me considering, okay, let's go back to the document. So I went in to the documents, checked the contract addresses. All right, great. The contract addresses are right here for all of the MI tokens, right? These are the LRTs. So I said, okay, let me go to Uniswap. So I tried Uniswap and Arbitrum, and I saw this, which reminded me of Renzo, basically. It was a minus 96% price impact. There is no ability to swap in and out. And I'm going to talk about why that's a big concern. Actually, I'll do it right now. If you look in their Discord, because this is probably one of the challenges I have with a lot of these projects, their information is scattered all over the place. And this is why I'm making this video, okay? You can only basically deposit or mint or whatever by doing it directly through Mitosis app. If you try to go the other way around, it will not be a good story. So basically, you can go in on Mitosis dashboard and deposit it. So you do it directly. And, it's the easiest way to do it without the hassle. Also, this is probably something I want you guys to know. Some of these protocols, you can withdraw. This one you can't. You can only withdraw when the epoch is ongoing and the deposit threshold hasn't been reached. But when the epoch is not live, you can't withdraw, which means if you need the funds, don't keep them here, because if you want to swap them out, massive price impact, you're not going to get your value for it. And the other thing I would say here, maybe you can trade with somebody in real life. I don't think that would be a problem, right? Because as long as you hold the token. But what I would say is there's no live epoch. Well, if we go back to that chart I showed you guys over here, after epoch 4 is done, there's no cap. It's for a specific time period. So then when can we withdraw after epoch 4? Like, what is the actual deadline date? That is a question I had looking at this. So it's just something to consider. Now, going back here, we have to click on deposit redeem if we want to actually go through the process on Thursday. Once we do that, we can then look at the chain. So right now, the last epoch, we had 1,000 LRT tokens, gone ready already. You click on whichever chain you want. So if it's Ethereum, Arbitrum, whatever, then you'll have the opportunity to deposit. So just make sure you have your token available here, and you'll be able to do it. All obviously as well, this really is impacted by the amount of GUI, because we're working on the ETH mainnet. So if it's low like this, fantastic. If it's high, unfortunately, it's going to be a race, but sometimes we got to deal with it. Thankfully Mitosis is not all over the place, so it's not the biggest concern, but something to concern for sure. You know what I'm saying? So guys, one last thing I want to say before we go to our AMA. I hope that was very clear. I'm giving away 50% of my zero airdrop. 3 members of our Web3 Secret Society will get it, so that's 30%. The last 20% will come from 2 people who minted this NFT. We're going to do a random draw. I haven't refreshed this, but last time I checked, we had 20 people who've minted this. This was only released in the Web3 Secret Society first, and it's capped at 200. So basically, you see here, once that 200 is capped out, sorry, you can't mint it after the fact, and it's only live for 3 days. So hey, 3 days or 200 mints, whatever happens first. I don't want to make this a minting competition or whatever. This is once again just to sort of control it. It's also a cap of 1 person. 1 mint per wallet. Okay. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video on Mitosis. I hope that added some clarity. I look forward to epoch 2. Hopefully it is on Thursday at 3 p.m. UTC. We don't know. We're going to find out. But guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video. I saw James say that. Make sure you share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you in the AMA right now. Bye.